two major U.S. and quite frankly global brands with a lot of unrest. Alex, I'm seeing it every day. People are storming the castle with the pitchforks. And I want you to know what's going on. First one is Amazon. This is coming from the UK. 800 workers walked out of the Amazon warehouse on Wednesday and Thursday last week over a 35 pence per hour pay increase. The union in this particular location was seeking a £2 raise to cope with higher cost of living and to better match the demands of the role. Statement from the union, Amazon continues to reject working with trade unions to deliver better working conditions and fair pay. Their repeated use of short-term contracts is designed to undermine workers' rights. Okay? There are 70,000 Amazon workers in the UK. And they recently said, this is an Amazon statement, that starting pay would increase to a minimum of between £10.50 an hour to £11.45 an hour in an email. But in this particular location, 800 workers walked out. Now, I want to go back to the statement from the union. And when I talk about these things, it'll be very clear to you if I'm taking a side. So please be mature enough, if you're going to watch this show, to listen to what I'm about to say. When you've got a dispute like this, it's like listening to a friend of yours gripe about his wife. If I got a friend of mine who's griping to me about his wife, first thing I'm going to say is, hey, I need you to stop griping about your wife. It puts me in an awkward situation. Okay? I'm not a marital counselor. But the second thing I'd say to my friend is, you realize there's another side to this story. Like, no matter how much I love you, bro, and how long you gripe at me about your wife, here's what I know. No matter how convincing and detailed you are in your gripe, I'm sitting here going, I know that that's not completely factually true. It cannot be. Not because I think he's a liar. I'm saying in relationships, in business, and in marriage, and in friendship, there's always a second side to the story. So I see this statement from the union. Amazon continues to reject working with trade unions. I believe that. I think big-time companies, certainly tech companies that do not come from a DNA like the auto industry in America, where unions it's like we kind of know about it. We get it, kind of, but it ain't the world we live in. And now all of a sudden, unions are coming into places like Starbucks and Amazon. Trying to get off the ground. And these leaders are going, no way. No way. It's like sitting in your car at the drive-thru and a big old wasp comes in. I think this is how Amazon and Starbucks are reacting to unions. It's like a nuisance. They could sting me. I don't want it in here. I'm going to swat it and get this stinking thing out of my car. I do believe that's happening. The statement goes on. They reject working with trade unions to deliver better working conditions and fair pay. Their repeated use of short-term contracts is designed to undermine workers' rights. I do not think, no matter what you think about Jeff Bezos and Amazon, and I'm no defender of big corporate America, but I'm an equal opportunity truth teller. I don't think for a second that Amazon is trying to undermine workers' rights. I think they're trying to reject unionization. I do think that. And that's a different thing. Now, you don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. And if you don't, and you're an employee, when you walk out, don't come back. That's what I think about that. If you want to form a union and Amazon does not want to play union politics, that's their line in the sand. And they're drawing it. So you got to decide, do you want to work at Amazon? You know, and this I'm taking my ball and going home. Okay. I actually am okay with you doing that. Doesn't mean that I do it that way, but I'm going to sit here and tell you that I respect your right to walk out. I really do. Great. I probably wouldn't do it that way. If you want to do it that way, that's fine. Second story. Same issue. Starbucks. Now we got a TikTok here we're going to show. So a Starbucks barista and union organizer in Buffalo, New York, said he was fired after 13 years of working for the company. Sam Amato had a viral TikTok. He says he was pulled aside this week by 2 store managers and fired for closing the store's lobby without a manager's permission. According to his TikTok, workers had been told previously by upper management that they could close the lobby at their discretion. He goes on to say, it's a BS reason. It's because I'm a union leader. They failed to provide any details or give me any information. After 13 years, they refused to give me any details about why I was fired. Now, I'll take him at face value. If that's true, that's horrible bossery. So after he gets fired, all of his coworkers went on strike. And this is a viral TikTok. Let's show this video. This is moments after he was fired. No audio, but this is just, you can see here, when your entire store walks out after management unjustly fires your coworker for being a union leader. So they're all unified and they're out. We're walking out. And there's the manager. Oh boy, what's going on there? All right, now, so here's the deal. Again, if Amato is telling the truth, and there's 2 sides to every story, they failed to provide any details or give me any information after 13 years. They refused to give me any details why I was fired. Listen, I don't know that they have to. Meaning, I'm not putting the burden to say you have to. I think they should. Just go, hey, look, man. It's not working. It's not working. It's not a good fit. We don't feel like you really want to be here. There's a lot of tension here over this union thing. And we need somebody that's all in. See, and I think that's good enough. And I think I'd say that. But they didn't, according to Amato. Because he says, well, I was told that I could close down the lobby. But here's what's going on. There is a rising tide among workers, and I'm not a fan of unions, but people are saying it's us versus you. And leaders, you got to be aware of this. You got to deal with this because it's only getting worse. Leaders, you're responsible to be the adult in the room. Lay out clear boundaries and lead from them.